Yeah.
We know it's been around forever and a day, right?
We keep asking people questions. Maybe good. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Power Hour. We're going to get started right away. A couple minutes in past the time, so we're going to get going. April.
Only 3.
Just kidding. All right, so first up, we're going to have Mark's Fleet Supply and Mark's Home and More, and they're going to have a little chat with us.
Where do you want me? Can I stand here?
You can sit right
All
up
right.
front.
Front and center.
Perfect. I can handle that. Hi guys, my name's Sarah. I'm representing Mark's Fleet Supply and Mark's Home and More. I have been employed there myself since 2018. My current duties are the bookkeeping, and then I'm also the HR assistant, so I help with onboarding and things like that. So Mark's Fleet Supply is owned by Mark Tomsche. It was opened in 2008. We have over 60,000 products in farming, pets, housewares, automotive, sporting goods, plumbing, you name it, we've got it. And we've employed over 250 people since opening. Underwent a building expansion in 2018, and we're currently working on expanding our rental yard to accommodate the growing equipment options, as well as our new partnership with U-Haul. In 2020, Mark's Home and More was opened. They have over 40,000 products. The focus there is on home goods, bed and bath, clothing, grocery, and health and beauty. We carry brands like Abdallah Chocolates, Skechers Footwear, Woodwick Candles, Under Armour, Levi's, Silver, and Lake Girl Apparel. We're also going to be soon carrying Ariat Clothing and Footwear. We've recently added Adidas and Hui apparel. So we're very excited about those opportunities and the continued growth. So if you haven't been to Home and More, or if it's been a minute, you should all check it out. Mark's Fleet and Mark's Home and More are both family owned and operated. As I said, they were opened by Mark Tomsche, and now his daughter Allie has joined us in 2021 as the buyer for Mark's Home and More, and his son Marcus came on in 2022 actually as a partner. So both of them are local to the area. Marcus is involved with some sports with the local schools. So that is an amazing asset, I think, to have that be more local. And of course, nobody gets to determine exactly what the future holds, but we just want you to know that we're looking forward to continue to grow and to serve the community here, to have a place that's local, that has the things that everybody wants and needs. So that's it.
Thank you.
So when will you have the U-Haul?
That's open already. Yep. We already are offering you.
Okay, awesome. Love it. All right, next up, we're going to have the Perm Athletic Association. Yay!
I am Brian Mortz with the Perm Athletic Association. Some of you are too young to know that I used to live here. We moved away 10 years ago to Wilmer, and we're back now in the area for the summer. So I contacted PAA and said I'd like to come, and they said, hey, you're still on our membership roll. So Perm Athletic Association started in 1952. Their initial officers were Darrell Nelson, Albert Rada, and William Lee, and they wanted to put lights at the ball diamond, and so them and 50 other businesses and members of the community pooled their money and put lights out at the baseball field, and so that was their initial goal, and to fund the Perm Pirates baseball team. And it continued that way for quite a while. Al Kruger became the manager of the Perm Pirates, and so they kind of turned most of the organization over to him and a crew of the baseball players. And so they ran it and raised money through admissions to the ball games and concessions, and they struggled along to keep things going at that point in time. In 1987, Al found out about charitable gaming and said, let's get into this. And so Perm Athletic Association started doing charitable gaming in 1987. Was very successful in the beginning, raised a lot of money. There was quite the period where pull tabs dropped off a lot, and so then it was, again, a little bit of a struggle to keep going on. So a lot of the money at that point in time was put into the PERM Foundation, and an endowment fund, so that there would be money there to maintain the baseball field. In 1991, the PERM Athletic Association changed their articles of incorporation to change their purpose, and that became provide assistance to worthy causes and maintain and improve recreational facilities and programs. So at that point, charitable gaming is going pretty well. Groups come in, ask for money. If it's there, most of the time there's a thumbs up and they get some money. And then, you know, some of the projects that PAA has done, they were a $50,000 donor to the PAC when it first started. The PERM track, when it first went to asphalt, not this time, but when it first went to asphalt.
It would have been
they
nice,
were-
Brian. It would have been nice to have some help this time.
They were a major donor then. Built the Little League fields out at Arvig Park and continue to maintain those. Continue with lighting. There's a lighting project going on at Kruger Field right now. They get Musco in there, and we just need to ground the firm up so that they can get their trucks in and get that done. In 2012, Tuffy Stadium was built, and they were a major supporter in that project, along with KLN and Arvig. Put a lot of money into that. They helped put irrigation at the practice football field and Matt's Field, and so that facility over there is really becoming quite usable now. With 2 baseball fields in town, could host a state amateur baseball tournament here by ourselves without the help of another community. So that would be something to look forward to. They haven't applied for that yet, but they helped with the PERM pickleball courts and the Heart of the Lakes playground that was just completed out there. And then the yearly 4th of July fireworks, they're the major organizer behind that. They go out and get some donations, but probably at least half of the money for the fireworks come from PAA, and looking forward to a big show this coming year with the 250th anniversary of our country. Currently 5 sites that we have gaming at: Main Street Express here in town, Wagon Wheel in Richville, Snack Attack over on the west side, Disgruntled Brewing, and PERM Lakeside has paper pull tabs and electronic out there. It's going pretty well from what I've seen in my first 2 months back, so we're hoping that that'll continue on and we can keep supporting projects and facilities here in PERM.
Awesome. Any questions?
Brian, how do you become like a member of the PAA?
Ask.
Oh, okay.
You know, I don't know what our membership role is right now. We get a dozen people at meetings. We meet second Saturday of every month at Lakes Cafe. Except this coming month, we're going to meet the Wednesday before deer hunting opener.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anything else? All right. Thank you for coming. Hi, Mike.
Guest speaker.
All right. I saw reframe come in. Am I imagining? Okay, I just want to introduce, we did have some new members come this last month, so that was pretty exciting. Reframe, she wasn't sure if she could be here today, so we'll try to catch her next month. And they just opened, or opening up a little, good morning, oh, the baby's here. Hey. And they're in the JP Place, like right on the corner, so they'll do some behavior consulting, so that'll be pretty neat. We'll hear about her, but I did see Kyle, he was here today.
Once Mackenzie said Google slide presentation, I was pretty comfortable. We'll stick away from the Middle Eastern current events. Kyle Haberman, if you don't know who I am, taught for 17 years and coached basketball team up until last year. This spring had kind of something else come up that I had said yes to, which kind of pushed me out of the coaching and teaching world. And then this came up about the first week of June. A family friend of mine, she would be here, but she's in Ireland. She approached me. She's been doing real estate for about 20 plus years. She does stuff in, most of her work is in Arizona, but she does a lot of stuff in Minnesota as well. And she's been slowly trying to transition out her Minnesota side of things and not spend so much time doing real estate once she gets here, first week of May. So that's where she approached me, and I said, ha ha ha, and then I met with her again, and we went through some numbers, and it's just a really good fit for myself. I'm not a person that was just going to jump out of the teaching world and be like, hey, let me sell you a house or list a house for you. And so it's been a really good transition. She has a ton of experience and to work with me. So we're based out of, if you want to go to the next slide, we're based out of, we decided to have at least a place to make homes. So we're just out of the Cars building. If you look, it's actually right next door to Cars Supermarket. There's a ton of traffic there, and I've known Eric Carr for quite a while, so he had approached me about having an office. So we opened that office September 1st, so it's very, very new. And so that's been a good transition. Do I have any other? Like I said, Beth has had a ton of experience. She's mostly been around the Otter Tail area when it comes to her stuff in the Minnesota area, from anywhere from Alexandria to Otter Tail, so I'm helping her out. Just a couple of our listings we have now. I'm not going to go through all of my listings and try to pitch you listings, but the one I do have that I find to be, we're very fortunate. Like I said, I didn't jump into this and go blind into it and hope to find some listings in a tough market. She's been very good at she's transitioned most of her stuff to me. The one I will pitch is we do have a spot right on the corner of Highway 108 and 78. I did a business-only thing. Thank you for letting me push that business-only open house last week, and I sat there for a couple of hours, and I could not believe how many people are on that corner, how many people drive by per 10 minutes on Highway 78 and 108. There's actually somebody across the street that sells like sourdough on like Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and the second that she put her stuff out there, it had to be 10, 15 cars were pulling it out of there. So I was thinking as I had this spot, it's like if they can sell sourdough out of there, that this is a pretty good location across the street. So it's completely renovated and updated. He puts a lot of money into it. It has a huge septic to add to it. So it goes actually from here. He has the big spot all the way to the Addie's dock and lift. So there's room to grow as well. But that's the one business-wise. If you know somebody that's trying to get in the Otter Tail area business-wise, it's a fantastic spot that's there. So. Like I said, I'm new to this world, but I'm very excited. It's been a good transition for me. I feel a lot of times the coaching and teaching coming out of it, which I think has been fun. But I look forward to any business, and if you ever need me, I'm at our office, or you can contact me anytime. So, thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up is Alex.
Hello. So my name is Alex. I am working with these two really awesome new nonprofits we're bringing to Otter Tail. The first being the Otter Tail Community, it's actually the Community and Wellness Center. It got tweaked a little bit. And then the Otter Tail Family Center. So you can go to the next one. I'll just switch to the next one, whoever is doing it.
I don't think
I don't think they have any more.
I don't think they got in there. Shoot.
I sent the whole, okay, that's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry about that.
Chat about it.
Too many things going on.
So we have the Otter Tail Community and Wellness Center is going to be a brand new community space. So that building itself will have a full-size gymnasium with 3 pickleball courts, a basketball court, and a 3-track walking track. We'll also have a really awesome kids play area. Kind of the way I've been describing it to people is kind of think of the Minnesota Children's Museum down in the cities. It's going to be kind of a fusion of that with a lot of awesome like STEM type activities, a lot of gross motor. So a lot of really fun elements to kind of keep kids interested and engaged with lots of different activities. We'll also have a senior center, some party rooms, and hope to kind of do a lot of different classes and stuff over there. We also are in the process of acquiring the Otter Fitness Garage, which is just a few blocks down from us. So that has state-of-the-art fitness equipment, has a fitness studio in there. So those 2 buildings will be a part of the Otter Tail Community and Wellness Center. We're really hoping to serve our community as a whole there. Kind of how both of these projects started was about 3 years ago. My husband and I had our first kiddo He was about 2 years old and our daycare shut down. And so we were like, oh no, what are we gonna do? And my husband joked and said, well, we should just start a daycare. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then a couple days later, he was like, I think I have this mapped out, and I think we should start a nonprofit. And I was like, okay. So that's how these kind of two ideas came to life. The more we got into it, the more we really wanted a space that would serve our community as a whole. So that's kind of where the Community and Wellness Center came into place. And then the Otter Tail Family Center is actually a new style of providing daycare. What it is essentially 2 townhomes. Each side of the townhome is a pod and is run by individual licensed family child care providers. So it's as if they're doing child care out of their home, but not having to do it out of their home. And our goal with this was to not only provide a space where providers could, be able to start a daycare, but not necessarily have to do it out of their home, but also to provide additional support to kind of help reduce the turnover with people in the child care industry. It is very challenging. A lot of people get really burnt out, especially when they're doing it out of their homes, because they're home by themselves with all these kids all day and not getting a ton of adult interaction. So that's kind of what we wanted to change with this space. This will allow providers to come in. They'll rent it for $750 a month. That includes all of their utilities. And then we provide additional support and kind of connect them with other resources in the county. Otter Tail County is actually in the process of providing backup childcare. So if our providers need to take a day off for kids programs or doctor's appointments, they'll have access to backup childcare providers, so they won't need to shut down their childcare to be able to go and do those things. So it offers them a little flexibility. And we're also hoping to just kind of offer quarterly activities that we'll bring to each of the pods. So we've been talking with Otter Cove to come and bring Otter Cove on the go to each of the pods, kind of set up a fun little activity for kids, just to kind of give the providers a little break and change things up for kiddos, really wanting to try to support them any way that we can. All of our providers will also have access to the community center during regular business hours. These two are right next to each other, which makes it super convenient for providers just walk their kiddos over. For those of you who are familiar with Otter Tail, it's right next to the old tractor pull pit. So they're just right next to each other, kind of down by the lake. So these are our 2 really awesome projects. The Otter Tail Family Center, we have 1 townhouse fully up. It's getting windows and doors and siding and all that fun stuff. The second one is getting framed in this week. So the goal is the first one to be completed here mid-December. The second one should be completed at the beginning of January. And then the goal for the Otter Tail Community and Wellness Center is to be open and operating by June of next year. So that is us.
Any questions? And I'll send those slides out. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. No
And then
worries.
that way they can see the floor plan and
Yeah.
we'll get that.
And then the community, Alex, the Community and Wellness Center will be membership-based then?
Yes, yep, so it's kind of be similar to the PAC.
Mhm.
We'll have a membership, and that membership will cover access to both the wellness center and the community center. And then you'll get, cheaper or free classes that we'll do run through the community center and things like that. Yeah.
You already have people signed up to run your pods?
Yes, all 4 spaces are completely filled with brand new providers, which is super exciting. It only took us a couple months to fill them all up. From what we heard from every single one of them was, I've always wanted to do this, but didn't have the ability to do it. Or I didn't want to have to run it out of my home. I wanted to kind of have my own space. And this was the perfect way to keep it affordable for them, as well as keeping costs for childcare low. That was kind of, we were originally planning to kind of have the childcare connected to the community center. But in order to pay people a livable wage, we would have had to charge a crazy amount for childcare. And that either one of those didn't sit well with us. So this was really the perfect solution to make sure that providers were getting a good livable wage for doing, honestly, God's work, for hanging out with all these kiddos all day and teaching them and caring for them, but then also keeping our daycare costs low and affordable for families.
Will you be open like Monday through Friday?
The childcare?
Yeah.
Yep, so every daycare provider will get to choose their own business hours. Everyone had to go through an application process, and kind of tell us how they plan to run their business, what their hours would be like, how many kiddos they're planning to take on. So all the providers that are currently in there right now are planning Monday through Friday. I think some of them are, majority of them were like 7 to 5:30, 7 to 6, kind of cover full days. Yeah, so if you know of anyone who's looking for childcare, definitely head over. Our website is www.ottertailcommunityproject.com. Go to the contact us form, and there's a spot if you're inquiring for childcare. Then we can connect you with our providers, and you can get on their list so that when they are ready to open here at the beginning of the year, you'll have a spot and you'll be ready to go.
I'm jealous.
Thank you.
EOT Insurance Agency. Do you want that here, or I don't know who you have. You
No,
need to
it's
go-
just
You're
one.
good? Okay.
Almost like-
Okay.
Hello, I'm Allison Kyle. I know actually pretty much most of you guys. A little bit, Mackenzie kind of twisted the arm and finally like came into my office and said, hey, you should join Chamber. And I'm like, yeah, I've kind of been thinking about this for a while. So here I am. I am an independent insurance agency. I'm located out on Highway 10 between Perm and Frazee. If you know the auction company, Bachman Auctioneers, I'm in their building. I have been with actually East Otter Tail Insurance since 2004. It was started by my Aunt Luann, who had had it for many years prior to that. I was her future retirement plan. She retired in 2020. I got the agency, and now it's mine. So we are now formally known as EOT Insurance Agency. Property and casualty insurance is what I do. So it's home, auto, recreational toys. Farm is a big one for me, and then some small commercial business. We represent multiple different companies, as you can see, and that is really it. Like I said, I've known a lot of you, so thank you for having me.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you. All right, next up is Cornerstone. Okay, I don't have the video. Do you want me to play the video first?
Oh, yeah, then I don't have to.
Okay. Will it just play? Yeah, no.
It should.
Cornerstone Community Youth and Family Resource Center was created with the mission of partnering to build a healthy community for families and youth by providing nutritious food, mentorship, fitness, arts, culture, and skills development in a safe, supportive environment. We're making connections to the resources they need to thrive. Cornerstone has the vision to be a thriving community where families and youth are connected and empowered to lead, create, and succeed.
Cornerstone makes me feel entertained. Cornerstone makes me feel safe. Cornerstone makes me feel safe.
But what are the conditions that we can create in a community that help improve the wellness of children? And that really led to the vision of Cornerstone.
We are devoted to implement multiple initiatives and activities to improve the mental well-being of the youth and to provide a safe and caring environment.
Cornerstone makes me feel amazing.
Learn more at cornerstonefreezy.org.
Okay, I'm Mackenzie.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm Mackenzie Ham. I've grown up in Frazee. I know a lot of Perm people. My mom used to work at the Perm Hospital for years, so I spent a lot of time here. But Cornerstone became Cornerstone Community and Youth Center back in 2018 as a project. Didn't have a full building until our church was able to donate our church space. So it's not, it looks like a church from the outside. It's, if you've been to the high school, it's on the corner of the high school. So it's a perfect location for the youth. They just walk right over. It's on the same lot. Elementary kids kind of walk up from the elementary. And then upstairs was renovated into a bistro to help with sustaining efforts. It's youth ran. Up in the bistro we have crepes and coffees. If you haven't been there, come over there. And it's pretty amazing that the youth are able, I mean, I have them do the ordering, the menus, the specials. They're learning a lot of skills up there. So thanks with your patience when you do come in there. Just know it is youth ran, and that's the purpose of it. And then we added the resource center back in December already. I feel like it's just been a little while, but it's almost a year now for Family Resource Center, and that is nationwide. Minnesota kind of came on board in 2000, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. There's a couple that have been developed and running for about 3 years, but nationwide 2011 across the state, they've realized that we need to work on more of our protective factors to help people, hopefully to prevent them from being in crisis. I've worked in the crisis field most of my life. Recreation administration is my background, but I've always been in the nonprofit world and kind of found myself on helping people that are kind of going through crisis. And we do realize how important preventative measures are. I hope that, crisis measures are definitely needed, but everybody in that role, I can imagine them saying, I hope I would never need a job. I hope nobody comes in that is homeless living in their cars. So we not only serve, we're located in Frazee, and that's because of a needs assessment. Back at the time, Essentia Health did a community-wide needs assessment. We had the greatest needs at the time in rural Frazee. There's lots of barriers for transportation, mental health, and so that's how we kind of got established. Completely nonprofit. We have donations, funders. We do fundraisers. Thinking of one fundraiser. If you have nothing going on, well, even if you have something going on, change your plans. No. Friday and Saturday, we do a huge haunted forest out in the country, kind of over by the Toad Lake, Hungry Lake area. It's on my parents' farm. They finally have allowed me to bring my crazy to them. And the one thing I love most about it is I've got over 40 youth out there scaring you. They love it. They get into action. And I got probably about 30 adults that are helping either as scares or behind the scenes. So Friday and Saturday, if you have little ones, I've added a walkthrough from 1 to 3. So if you are thinking, hey, I don't think my kids can handle the jump scare part of it, bring your little ones and just walk through. It's actually a nice walk through the woods and then through all the barn outbuildings. And so I also want you to know too, since we are a Family Resource Center and we are so close, if any of you are in businesses where you have people that are needing resources or struggling, please let me know. I know we have plenty of people that live in our community, that work in your community, so we want to be able to make sure they've got gas to come to work. If you've got somebody that you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know they were struggling that hard and they're running out of money, I've got some funds that have been donated to me to be able to use for concrete services. Young parents, if you have any teenage parents, right now I got a couple I'm working on, getting them cribs and food and formula. So please send them our way. Otter Tail is going to be having 2 Family Resource Centers in the future. We just had a conference down in Staples. So I met with your guys' county commissioners. They actually, I had about 25 people from Otter Tail come and tour Cornerstone last week. And so they're really pumped and ready to go for that. I think one is going to be located in New York Mills, and then the other one is Fergus Falls. So be on the lookout for them. They'll do great work. All of our Family Resource Centers are kind of different. Some only focus on like infants, through 5-year-olds. Some focus just on the homeless side of things. We kind of try to do it all just because we have just a mix of ages from, I've got a couple of people living in their cars who are in their 60s and 70s right now. So it's like, we'll kind of help whoever. And if I don't physically can help, my goal is always to get them out to the resources that are doing their jobs well. Like, we're navigating to like Mojave, your social services, any of your, agencies like Someplace Safe here and anything like that. So we're going to navigate them to the professionals that can do that job. So, all right. Any questions? Yeah, and these are my wonder if you have any. You don't even need any skills to come hang out with kids, even if you just like to cook spaghetti. They or paint. They go down to the nursing home and they play songs. So they really get out in the community. I make them volunteer a lot, not me, but they love it now. But I say we're here because our communities care about this. And thinking about carrying us, I just have to say thank you to PERM too. I have a folder and I realized I didn't bring it with all my thank yous to the businesses that have donated to our silent auction. Just that we had a gala just in September. So thank you if you've donated to that or been a table sponsor. It truly takes a village in amongst us. So thank you for being a big support. And we actually have quite a few kids that come to Cornerstone that either live in Perham and or go to school in Perham and live in Frazee. So got quite a few kiddos over there. So I'm gonna just pass these out. I forgot my actual flyer, Haunted Forest, so if you could look it up on Facebook, share it to all your friends. I did slide one little flyer in here, but yeah, if you can get that out, that would be fantastic. And then you can ask questions while I run around here, so if you have any.
Any questions for her? And that's this weekend.
This Friday. Do you need any? Are you gonna come?
Oh.
I know. I mean, it is good, if you like to be scared.
Yeah.
And that's the purpose. I would tell people, if you want to be scared, come at dark, because, that's when it's scary.
All right, thank you so much. All right, next up is Wolf's snow removal.
Snow, right, Ryan?
Boo.
Hello, I know nobody wants to hear about snow.
You get rid of it,
I started in 2021. Family owned, I have 6 kids and a wife, so that's why I decided to start doing that. We just don't do snow, we do lawns and IT work too. It's all kind of buried under that, but a lot of times what we do is we set up cameras in driveways or parking lots so we know what needs to be done. That's basically what I got here. Don't like how it's going.
That's okay. Any questions for him? So,
lawn care and then IT. Cameras and security stuff like that. We do a lot of that, so.
Are you out of Perham?
Yep, right out of Perham, yep. And then within 25-mile radius, residential and commercial. Any other questions?
so just email you free estimates, that kind of stuff.
Yep, on Facebook
Okay.
or website, anything like that, text me. And we do offer 24-hour emergency services too, so always answer the phone. All right.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll throw Trevor up there next.
Good morning.
Yep.
We got a lot coming up here. First, we have the Truck or Treat coming up in a few weeks. That is a pretty crazy event. We're shooting for probably last year I think we had 1,500 kids come through. So times that by a few more parents. So probably close to 5,000 people come through our parking lot for the Truck or Treat. So that's coming up. So if you would like to be a part of the Truck or Treat, we are looking for businesses, groups, organizations. I think we're at 14, 15 now. We have room for about 25, 30. So we'll fill up. So if you are interested, let me know sooner rather than later. So that way we can get you in. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. The groups, businesses, organizations all up their car and themselves, and kids all go through. It's a fun little atmosphere. So that's really fun. But that's coming up. So even if you don't want to be a part of it, but you want to bring your kids down, they leave with a lot of stuff, a lot of candy. So my kids will have more than they'll know what to do with, which is good for me. After that, we have the Parade of Lights is the next big one. The Gobble Wobble will be on Thanksgiving morning. So if you like running Thanksgiving morning, that's for you. Sign up will be there. I don't know a whole lot about it because I don't run Thanksgiving morning. But that'll be Thanksgiving morning at Arbor Park. It's really fun. I think last year they had close to 50 racers, 50 runners in it. So all the money we raise for the Gobble Wobble goes back to the Perham Giving Tree. So we donate all that back. So it's kind of a fun event that we use then for the Perham Giving Tree. I think last year we bought for 20-some kids off the Giving Tree with that. So that's pretty fun. The next day, 36 hours later, we have the Holiday Parade of Lights. We are looking for people for that as well. Tyler's back from his trip out across the pond, so I would imagine he will be getting on people for that. I think we have 6, 7, give or take, that have filled out, or I don't know how many we've actually filled out, but I've talked to a few. We've had a number of people that are signed up already. I think last year we had close to 30 people in our Parade of Lights, which was our high that we've had. So it's a fun little day. That's on Black Friday. That's that night at 5 o'clock. I think the street lights go off at 5, the parade's at 5:30. It's just a quick little parade through downtown Perham. Starts over by St. Paul's, kind of wraps around the senior center, kind of meanders to Main Street, then through downtown. But that's really fun. After that is the opening night, then I believe, for the Lights in the Pines. So they kind of piggyback off of each other, and go on for that. So if you're interested, let me know for that as well. We'd like to get as many people signed up as we can. If you have a tractor, you have a car, anything, really, just throw a bunch of lights on it, and that's all you gotta do. So yeah, so that's the Holiday Parade of Lights. Also, Veterans Day. If you're a veteran, know a veteran, we have a free meal at the ITOW Museum. We sponsor that. We'll have a few different speakers coming. I believe this the veteran coordinator, veteran services guy, Jason Colwell. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Out of Detroit Lakes will be coming. He will be a speaker. So that's at 11 o'clock at the ITO Museum. So if you're interested in that, if you're a veteran or no veteran, send them down. We'll have to give them a dinner. So that's it. Any questions? That's all I have.
And they can go online to sign up for the parade.
You can go to the chamber website. I believe the sign up is there.
We don't have the gobble wobble.
No, that's day of, so don't worry about that. You can train until the day of, and then you can decide if you want to run in that or not. But that's day of, so that'll be over at Auburn Park day of. And this one, just reach out to me. If you're in the Frazee area, they have a trick-or-treat parade.
Yes.
So they do a parade, so it's kind of nice. You don't have to go house to house. Businesses come to you. So, so if you'd like to sign up for the trick-or-treat parade in Frazee, talk to Ashley down at the bank. She can get you signed up for that. So you can do both if you want. It'd be a lot. But yeah, the trick-or-treat parade in Frazee is pretty slick, pretty cool how that worked out. So, but you can reach out to me for either of them for that one, the trunk-or-treat or trick-or-treat parade. So, any other questions? You guys good? Awesome.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we do have the holiday dollars coming up again, starting on November 3rd. So thanks to Pat and all her work. Help getting sponsors for this. So basically what it is you buy some holiday dollars and it's 20% off. So the highest you can buy is $500 worth and you only have to pay $400. They go very fast. I think 10 days last year, maybe they went. So if you want them, November 3rd, you need to be there Monday morning and waiting at the door for us. And we'll
You
sell
don't have to wait at the door.
We'll
We'll be there.
Then we guys open the tailgate.
Hey, that kind of sounds like fun.
If you bring us coffees, then
Then
we'll
we'll
open
sneak you
at
in the back
8:55.
And then
No, we
so
won't.
those sell out pretty quick. Thank you to all the sponsors that are in this room, especially. That's a pretty neat program. What's cool about it is all this money. So it's $100,000 for 2025. All of this money goes back into perm within 2 months. They have to spend it by Christmas Eve. So that's all money that goes back here to help our economy roll in. So
And it all gets spent. Like
it
down,
all gets spent.
down
They
to
don't lose it.
we have maybe like $200 left that pays for printing the next year.
Yeah. So it's pretty neat. We do still have the Perm Bucks program. Don't forget about that. If you guys need some presents or something for employees, that's a good one too because all that money stays in perm too. And those don't expire, so they can use those whenever. But that, we get a lot of businesses that do buy the Perm Bucks. I think we did, how much last year?
It was like $130,000.
$30,000
$130,000
worth of Perm Bucks,
over
which
the
is
year.
pretty cool. So that's a pretty big program too.
It's the universal gift.
Yes.
That has to be spent in perm.
Yes. So it's great. So they're like checks. So they just, businesses treat them like checks.
Or a perm business.
Perm holiday. So coming up for the PEC crew, the Perm Events Committee. If you are not a part of that and you want to be a part of that, I'll be reaching out to some of the new members. That one is also a sponsored program. So we run Home for the Holidays. This year the theme is Candyland. So we're going to have some creative stuff coming there. Basically, it's all the stuff that happens around Perm for Christmas time. So we really promote and cross-promote each other's events. We'll have the Grinch coming to the chamber again for pictures. Weather permitting, we'll have a little fire pit outside. The Lions, I believe, is going to do s'mores. They did kind of confirm that. So I have to
TBD.
reconfirm.
Weather permitting.
Weather permitting, if it's nice and we can be out there, we will be, because that'll be a lot of fun. We have the sleigh rides, horse-drawn
If you're gonna do
trolley,
an
they
open
call
house, do it on December 11th.
Yep, December 11th is kind of our target date. It's a Thursday night. We're going to see if businesses will stay open late that night and kind of make it a big deal. So it's a Thursday because there's so many Christmas parties, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. So we're gonna try to capture for the businesses on a Thursday night and just see what happens again. We've done it the past couple years and it's been a lot of fun. So we hope to continue that tradition. But again, if you want to be a sponsor for the Home for the Holidays, let me know, or I'll be reaching out soon and that kind of thing. So any shopping? Oh, the shopping passport. Yep, we'll be. All PEC members are welcome to be on that shopping passport. That's where they go around and for how much money they spend, they get different clicks on their passport. Once they fill it out, they put it in. We have a whole bunch of drawings. Because every sponsor does a donation, like a $25 gift card or a prize or something like that. So we give all those away. That's a big event. And last year we had almost a garbage, no kidding, like a garbage bin of pieces of paper passports. It was kind of amazing how much money is spent here in Perm, which is the whole purpose of the program. So that was good. We are at 290 members. So we need 2 more members. I have a few that I'm talking to or coaxing. We'll see. Like, hey, like you did. But, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So we're 2 away from 300. So if you know anyone who is not a chamber member that wants to be, just have them reach out. Otherwise, I will hopefully find them someday. So it's been a lot of fun. It is the Perm Area Chamber of Commerce. So we serve all areas, Ottertail, Frazee, Burgess, DL. We have a couple in Fargo that are remote. Like, it doesn't matter. New York Mills, and I mean, I don't know if we have a Dina, if we have any Dina that far, but yeah, so it's been a lot of fun, a lot of commitment from different groups, and seeing you guys here this morning is true testament to that. It's just fun to be involved and see everyone around town, so thank you. Next up is the city. Do you guys have anything you want to share?
Because I bring great news.
I saw my email this morning.
It's usually about construction, which is wonderful.
We're all here.
So November 3rd, when those holiday dollars go on sale, the sidewalk will be done in front of the chamber.
Yay.
That's good, right? It's actually happening right now, so you can't go to the chamber today.
Yep. Today, not so much.
Today, avoid the chamber and or city hall today and tomorrow, please. They're doing the concrete in front of both of those doors. Once that's done, they'll be doing the paving, hopefully in the next 2 weeks. I'm not going to put a deadline on that because it's variable, but hopefully they'll be paving in the next 2 weeks, and then 2nd Avenue Northeast, right by City Hall, and Main Street Express will be open. So we're hoping in the next 2 to 3 weeks. That being said, next summer, the city's not doing any major construction, but the county is. Aha, gotcha, Trev.
Gotcha.
So they're going to be doing actually County 8, which is 3rd Ave from essentially the overpass all the way to Main Street. It's going to be a full depth reclamation, meaning they're going to go all the way down about 9 to 10 inches and then repaving all of that. So it's going to be pretty intensive. They're planning on doing it in 3 phases. Each phase will probably be shutting down a section for about a week is their goal. So it'll be hopefully a short-lived project, major inconvenience for about a week for a couple businesses along 3rd, but we're trying to find accesses from other points. So that'll be happening next summer. They're trying to do it right away in May, of course, weather pending, but that's it. That's construction next year. The other piece too that's going to be maybe a minor inconvenience. So the old Canoodle building, Hammers construction right along 3rd there as well. If you may remember, MPCA bought that, so the state of Minnesota purchased that. It's an old arsenic dump site. So they'll be doing some remediation there next spring. So they'll be digging down about 30, 35 feet, pulling out some of that dewatering. So you're going to see a lot of traffic and just weird, awkward stuff going on that site. Probably next spring too. So in case you're wondering what else is happening over there. Otherwise, it's Nick. You got fun stuff?
I got a couple fun things.
Cool. Oh boy.
2 fun things, 1 not fun thing. Our small business consulting this month is on the 27th, Monday morning. Topic this month is AI for small business. So if anybody's interested in just kind of delving into what AI can do for your business, come to City Hall on the 27th at 8:30. We'll talk about it for an hour. So it'll be a good session. Also, we're in the middle of our housing study, so some of you may have actually already gotten calls from a firm called Maxfield Research. They're doing some community surveying. So if you do see that pop up in your caller ID, please do answer it and talk to those folks. It'll help us kind of guide our development going forward. And then the not fun thing, your property taxes are due tomorrow, second half of Sunday. Don't forget. That's all I got.
All right. I did want to share too, this is kind of fun. We've been doing a couple of presentations at the high school for marketing. So we did one about the chamber, and then we did one about the PAC. You guys are a lot more attentive than the teenagers are, so that's kind of nice. I had to call a couple out. I know their names, so that's kind of fun, being able to call them up. But that's been really fun. But we do have one with Casey Wacker, her marketing class, their video editing class. So we've put together a challenge for them because we're always looking for like YouTube videos to promote or to send to businesses, being like, hey, move to perm, here's what it's like, and things that you can share with potential employees. So we're doing a challenge with those kids, and I think there's 5 to 7 groups. So I apologize, you might have been kind of asked out of the blue, like, hey, can we video your store? And if you did, thank you, thanks for saying yes. But we didn't know what kind of ideas they were going to come with. We kind of gave them our goals for the videos. So it'll be interesting what we see, but we will share all those.
They're going to be real random.
They're going to be really random, but they're going to be a lot of fun because they're going to be from the perspective of these teenagers, actually, what they think perm is to them. We asked them to do it, like if someone were to watch your video, would they want to move here? Would they want to come visit here? Would they want to come eat here? Those kind of things. But of course, they take that and then their brain goes like this, and then they do something else, which is totally fine. So they're going to be really fun. So 5 to 7 videos, we'll share those. And then the board is going to vote on the best video, and then they will win some perm bucks. So I showed them some cash. I found some cash in front of them to try to be like, hey, do a good job. So they're really excited. I think their semester they're halfway through already or something. So it should be, I would say, in the new year we'll get those. So that's kind of a fun thing that we did. But anyway, are there any 30-second updates from anyone that wants to share? Yes.
I'm Chris, Otterberry Farm. I have some flyers at the front if you have a business or an office and you want to put one up. We have extended days for NEA break this weekend. We have the corn maze out south of town. We're open Friday afternoon, this Friday afternoon. And then Saturday we have a light night. The New York Mills Lions Club is coming with a beer garden. We have about 20 vendors that are going to be at the farm. Family friendly, all ages, grandma, toddlers. We have a new shooting range that Cordell finished that is really awesome, glows in the dark. We'll be open Sunday also, beer garden again, vendors again, and then our final weekend is probably the 27th, the 25th, and 26th. Halloween's on a Friday night, but we are kicking around if the weather stays really nice. We may open up the 1st and 2nd, but we usually draw a lot of people from all over the area, and we always try to send them into all these surrounding towns and go shop and go do things and maybe live here one day. So yeah, come see us, get a pumpkin, get lost in the cornfield, have lots of fun.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
I'm Tanya. I'm from Roman, Minnesota, south of Detroit Lakes, and we serve 19 different counties in northwest Minnesota. But one thing that we have is our independent worker program, where we can offset training for companies with your employees. So if you're interested, reach out. We got some more dislocated worker money to bring us back to our communities that we serve. So we can do up to 90% direct costs too. So it's a win-win for everybody.
You were waiting for me to stand up.
So our monthly Elevate update.
Our holiday market, I mentioned it last month or a couple months ago, but kids only holiday market, come in, they shop for their adults. So we're looking for donations that are adult friendly, and the kids will come in and privately shop and wrap and then surprise their parents on Christmas. So we have a bin outside of our Elevate office. It's just like a big plastic tote. If you have anything at home that's gently used or new, just little gifty things. Or
where's your office?
We are located within Perham Living, but we have an outdoor entrance, so we're right next to Children's Corner, by that playground.
Old
So,
hospital.
the old
Clinic.
hospital, yeah. So if you have anything at home that you're like, I buy 15 Bath and Body Works soaps and they're on sale, and I only need 12. We'll take those other 3. Stuff like that kids just have fun taking out, and a few bucks a piece or whatever. So you can grab a flyer. It's got lots of ideas on it if you're just cleaning out some cabinets or whatever. We're super short typically on men's items, so check your garage. Old fishing rod, some tape, whatever, tape measure. Yeah, so we're still collecting. We have volunteers come every week or so and sort through and kind of organize for us, and then we're open in December. So drop off donations at any time. I'll leave these up front.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
Good morning, my name is Alyssa Hagedorn, and I'm with Vitalent, and Vitalent is, we supply blood and social services to hospitals in around 900 hospitals, healthcare facilities in the nation, including in Perham here. We do have 2 blood drives coming up that I want to highlight. We do have a blood drive this evening, actually, hosted by the Perham Lions, and it's at New Creation Lutheran Church. So we still need donors. If you're willing and able, we'd love to have you from 4 to 7:45. And then Perham Health also has their blood drive coming up next month. They'll have it right in their conference room inside, but it is open to the public. And that's on Wednesday, November 5th from 10 to 4:15. So we'd love to have you donate, whether you've donated before or are open to donating. We always need new donors to keep that blood supply available. If your business is interested in hosting, I am looking for more businesses locally in Perham to host drives. I'd love to connect with you. So thank you.
I just have a few things. Mike, there is a awning, I think, over your door that says elevate or something. There's not? Oh, we should get-
Someday.
We should get one.
Well,
The like flag
there's,
thing?
there's a sticker on the door.
Okay, there's something there that
Do you
might
have a flag
see.
thing?
Yeah, see that. The band's usually.
The band.
Look for the van.
So United Way of Lakes and Prairie, that is now a combined United Way, and I don't know, I'm not gonna know all 4 counties, but Wadena and Otter Tail are 2 of them, and then I think Douglas, but I don't remember the 4th one, but anyway, they've combined now, so it's United Way of Lakes and Prairie. And that group has done, the previous group I should say, has done a chili cook-off in Alexandria for United Way for a number of years. That's been a fundraiser, it's been super duper successful. And so they're bringing that to Perham this year, so that's a now combined United Way entity. And that is a week from today, actually. And it's going to be at the PAC. I apologize, I don't know the times, but I know it's over the lunch hour. And there's a number of businesses in the community that have put on a challenge with each other. Arvig and Disgruntled and Nest and UCD and Perham Health. And we're all gonna bring our best chili recipe and then invite all of you to come. And for a $20 donation, you can taste all the different chilies and then vote for your winning chili. I don't know what the winning company gets, but it was something fun. So anyway, that's next Tuesday at the PAC, and it's a new fundraiser for United Way in this area. So if you're available, please come and support that. And then lastly, as you leave here, just cross the road over here, go over to Nest, and grab your morning coffee. Nest is very gracious in donating their coffee sales or their drink sales this morning to the Perham Ambulance EMS service. And that would be just a great way for all of us to help them out. So again,
You have to go inside, but it's just the inside.
oh, it is just, thank you, John. I didn't know that. Thank you for saying that. But that's okay. We can all go inside, right? That's okay. That's okay. Go inside. So, and they're doing that this morning. I don't know what
8
time.
to 10.
8 to 10. Okay. Perfect timing when you leave here.
For the chili cook-off too, there are spots available, so if you want to have a table there and actually compete, all you have to do is make a crock pot of chili, and then you decorate your table like a board game, and there's like a contest. So if you want to do that, there's still spots. They're trying to get at least 15, so let me know. It's $100 to be in the competition and free for nonprofits. So, anybody else have anything?
I'm on the golf course. My name's Haley. I'm the events coordinator. So we have some fun fall events coming up. We're doing like beanbag tournaments this year, comedy shows. I think we're going to try to do a free family movie night like after the parade lights as well. New
I'm not dressing up as a board game character, but I would absolutely have the best lentil chili in Ottawa County. So we hope to see you there, and hope to see you in Morris on the 31st of October.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
I just want to give a plug to that. I actually went to that, not in, I had no desire to run for any office, but I wanted to go there as a representative to youth, to give them a perspective on what it means to hold an office, even as small as being in your school and holding offices. And I left here feeling, okay, you gotta have a lot of compassion for anybody that's running for office. So even if you don't want to go, some of those things are like super educational, and you respect your official job. Something like that too. So, and of course, if you want to run, I feel like you're very valuable. So you do a good job.
So I appreciate that, and I don't mean to turn this out, but in our 9-county area, 1,939 people need to run for public office. In Ottawa County, that's 1 in 400 need to serve in some capacity, whether it's soil and water, whether it's city council, township board, city council, county commission, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's excluding public employees. So, I mean, we often talk about public service leadership as individuals who run for public office. Well, we now add municipal clerks, finance officers, public works employees, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's actually a really large machine that sits in the space of public service leadership. It's not always the most attractive, and it's usually under fire, and it's usually all of those things. And we're just trying. We just trying to. I'm trying to work quite diligently just to try and make sure that if you are interested in public service, that it isn't a barrier. Just kind of puts into that. So I appreciate that. Run for Rural is actually a pretty neat program. I ran through it myself the first time, and someone said, "Well, why don't you run it?" And I said, "Because I'm an administrator." I don't know. But yes, anyway.
Sounds good. Thank you. Anyone else?
If you're looking for a little getaway with a long school break, on Friday at this rental, starting at 5, we have a food truck, and then music from 6 to 8, and then we do so it's available for the Burbage area.
All right. Everyone have a good day. Thank